Well, good morning. It seemed like just yesterday I shared my first update of the school year with you, and here we are now, just days away from the end of the 2011-2012 school year. I want to spend most of this message on our 2012-2013 budget plans. The reduction in state funding, increasing expenses, and a growing student enrollment has prevented us from even considering this. But it looks like it could happen, and that is a pay raise. This past Monday evening, we held our second budget study session. In a lengthy budget presentation that covered our revenue coming in, our expenditures, staffing allocations, and our health and dental insurance, we also covered a potential pay raise for all employees. We explained to the board that it had been 2 years for teachers and 3 years for all other employees since the last pay raise. So I have been trying diligently for months to find ways to make this happen. First, I want to personally thank all of you for the successful school year. Parents, teachers, students, support staff, everybody came together to get us through the STAR testing. We'll get results from the state in a few days. We survived this school year with less revenue from the state, increased responsibility from the state, and since we are not filling many vacancies, we survived the year with less staff. Next year won't be any different. We are receiving 8.8% less revenue from the state, and Northeast will continue to find efficient ways to cut expenses. We are attempting to maintain the 22-to-1 ratio at K through 4, though there will be a need to submit waivers at some locations. We are also experiencing increased fuel and utility costs. This coming year, these two items alone will increase by more than $1 million. We will also budget $1.7 million to staff the 2 new elementary schools. We will also contribute an additional $2 million to help cover your health premiums. Northeast ISD already contributes more than $33 million to help keep your health premiums as low as possible. If the budget is approved, then Northeast will be contributing a total of $35 million towards your health premiums. This is equivalent to about $3,998 per employee. But even with all that the district is doing to keep your premiums down, there will be an increase. In spite of all this, our budget staff, with guidance from executive staff, has found a way to recommend a pay raise to all employees, the first in 3 years for many of you. You might remember that teachers received only a step increase in 2010 that was ordered by the state. However, the last pay raise for all employees was in 2009. I want to change that. You all deserve that. It's just been too long. My options were to recommend a small pay raise or no pay raise. I know that the reduction in state funding is hurting us, but also know that the economy is affecting you and your families as well. The district will have to reduce expenses by $7 million in order to cover the pay raise. The 2% raise that I will recommend to the board is based on our current financial condition and despite the uncertainty of what the Texas legislature will do when it meets again in January. We will recommend to the board 1.4% staffing cuts at campuses, while central office staff will take cuts that amount to over 3%. This will be done by not filling vacancies. No employee will lose their jobs. District-wide, we will continue to find ways to scale back our expenditures, hopefully doing so without sacrificing quality of service to our students, staff, and the community. But please understand that if the state legislature does not give us some relief and our revenue continues to be reduced, then at some point service will be affected. That might mean less auxiliary staff, less central office staff, higher student-teacher ratios, or running the air conditioning system less, or a combination of all four of those and many, many more. The board will vote on the compensation package on June the 11th. We'll know then whether you will see a 2% pay raise for the coming year, and I feel very confident that that will be approved. The board will then meet to adopt next year's budget on June 25th. We will post updates on the Northeast homepage as soon as these decisions become final. Again, my deepest gratitude to you all for making this school year a pleasure and a success. Have a fantastic summer, and we'll see you in August.